We are now less than 48 hours out from the biggest update that Black Ops 4 has seen since the game launched. The 1.17 title update is arriving on Tuesday and is bringing to the game an absolute ton of new features, including a brand new operation which, as of right now, seems to be named Strike from the Shadows, although we're not 100% sure if that's the official name or not. Alongside that, we're also going to be seeing 3 brand new multiplayer DLC maps, new DLC weapons, a new specialist, a new gauntlet over in zombies, and of course some hefty Blackout updates in the form of map changes, new game modes, and also new additions to the standard gameplay. And today we're going to focus in on one area in particular, and that is Blackout, as we'll be breaking down everything we know about this next major Blackout update. What's up guys, Zach or Immortal here, welcome back to the channel and thanks for stopping by. If you are new here or if you're a part of the 63% of viewers watching the videos that aren't subscribed and you do want to stay up to date with all of the latest Black Ops 4 news, updates, and other information, feel free to hit that sub button and turn on your post notifications. That way you'll always be up to date with everything going on in the world of Call of Duty. And of course, if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know by dropping a like rating on it, as it is much appreciated. Also, just a little side note here, as of lately, the support on the channel has been absolutely mind-blowing. Like, it's insane what you guys are doing right now, so seriously, thank you all so much, I appreciate it a ton. Now though, let's get into the brand new Blackout update. So, over the last few days, we've seen a handful of teasers released from Treyarch and Call of Duty regarding our next title update and new operation here within Black Ops 4. These teasers appear to be hinting at various new maps coming to the game, Spectre returning as a specialist, and of course, some updates for the Blackout Mode. And before we dive deep into what this next Blackout update has in store for us, I do want to point out and add on to a little bit of what we talked about yesterday with the WMD map returning to the game. Of course, if you guys caught yesterday's video, you'll know the classic Black Ops 1 map WMD is set to return here in Black Ops 4 with Operation 4, according to the teaser you guys are seeing right now. But we weren't originally sure if WMD was going to be a Blackout edition or if it was going to be a multiplayer map. But now, as of today's newest teaser, I think it is safe to say that WMD is going to be a new multiplayer map and probably not a new location on the Blackout map. As you guys can see, this new teaser shows off some marine life on what appears to be a boardwalk or carnival area of some sort, and this teaser has a very similar style to the WMD teaser, where the camera is stagnant, showing off a minor portion of an animated area on the map. And seeing as these teasers are so similar to one another, and we know for a fact that we'll be getting 3 multiplayer maps with Operation 4, to me, it now makes the most sense that WMD will in fact be a multiplayer map and not a new Blackout location, so we can effectively rule WMD out of the equation as far as a new map update goes. But now on to what we know is coming with this Blackout update, and first and foremost, we have a new location, or maybe even locations, as in plural, if we're lucky. But seeing as Operation Absolute Zero and Operation Grand Heist have each added in one new major map location alongside some smaller expansions as well, I think it is a safe bet that Operation 4 will follow suit and add in another new location. However, a few questions arise from this scenario. Firstly, what is this new location going to be? Secondly, where is this new location going to be? And lastly, is this new location actually going to be new, or is it going to be an older location receiving a massive touch-up? And I bring that last question into the equation because of the rumors we currently have circling around Hydro Dam. We know because of the Spectre teaser from a few days back that something is happening at Hydro Dam, or at least there appears to be something happening at Hydro Dam, because in this trailer you can firstly pick out the exact location in which Spectre is taking out this group of Rangers, and secondly you can see the massive amount of C4 that is planted on one of the dam walls. Now, just simply adding 2 and 2 together here, it seems like Spectre is going to be blowing up the Hydro Dam main wall here with Operation 4. And obviously, if that were to happen, the dam itself is going to change drastically, as is the area around it, because, well, if that Hydro Dam blows up and comes crashing down, all of that water stored up top is going to come floating out. Here's what's a little bit tricky though. The Hydro Dam area itself is pretty large, let's be honest. I mean, that body of water up top is by no means small. However, you'll notice that if you actually jump into the lake at the top of the dam and make your way underneath the surface of the water, it is pitch black, like you literally cannot see anything at all, and thus it is pretty hard to gauge how deep the lake up top actually is. But we do know that if all that water came flooding out as a result of Spectre blowing up the damn wall, Hydro as a location is going to take a massive blow, and I would even say that the areas around it, like that little bridge and station in the middle of it, train station, and who knows, maybe even parts of Rivertown too, could be affected by this sudden tidal wave of water bombarding that area of the map. So really, that entire northeast area of the Blackout map could be changing heavily as a result of this rumored dam explosion. So perhaps for the first time in Blackout history, instead of seeing a new area added to the map, we might actually see some areas taken away from the map and other areas heavily altered by the environment. But the potential map updates don't stop there, because another spot in particular still has my attention quite a bit, and that is the ocean in the northwest part of the map just off the coast of Construction. Now, this is originally where we saw that coffee mug stain on the blueprint teaser back for Operation Grand Heist. And because of that stain, we all thought that at some point a new point of interest or location might be coming to the map in that area, including Alcatraz, which obviously that didn't happen, but a peculiar thing appeared in one of these new Operation 4 teasers, and that is that same coffee mug conveniently placed on top of some blueprints. And I'm just sat here thinking, there is no way that that is just a coincidence, right? Like, that had to be done on purpose. You've got the original blueprint teaser with a coffee mug stain, and then you've got these blueprints with a coffee mug sat on top of it. It all is just too connected. There's no way that can just be a coincidence. So I am still very curious to see if we end up getting any kind of map update in that northwestern portion of the ocean. And for those of you out there saying, well, maybe they're going to put Alcatraz into the regular map too. For me, that is one possibility that I really feel like is not likely, just because Alcatraz, as we know it in the portal mode, is so very intricate. Like, to me, the inner machinations of the Alcatraz map are an enigma, and if you get that reference, you're a legend. But for real, I think it is far too extravagant to be a location trying to coexist with the rest of the Blackout map, so honestly, I do think that Alcatraz will stay as a remote limited time mode separate from the regular map. And while we are on the topic of Alcatraz, it also seems that Vaughn actually has one major change planned for the mode, most likely in the 1.17 title update, and that is the addition of a Coward's Way Out option to essentially immediately bleed out when you're downed and have no chance of being revived before the next redeploy wave hits. Now, this was actually announced way back on April 11th, so I definitely think it is a change that could be added in with the 1.17 title update and Operation 4, so definitely be on the lookout for that too. On top of that, another gameplay change that we will most likely see come to the game with this next Blackout update is the option for users on the default button layout to use the circle button or the B button over on Xbox to close out of a stash instead of having to either back out away from it or melee out of it. Now, obviously, for users like me who play on the tactical layout, the circle button is the melee button, so that already cancels out of a stash anyways, but for those other button layouts who don't necessarily have that same ability, this update should help increase your stash interaction abilities at least a little bit. Lastly, for this next Blackout update, I do want to briefly bring up some new game modes because with Operation Grand Heist ending, I would say we'll probably see Hot Pursuit disappear for at least a little while, since it was primarily an Operation Grand Heist themed mode. Now, as for Alcatraz, I'm going to assume that mode will stick around, thankfully, since 1, the mode is incredibly fun and also pretty popular, and 2, we know it's still going to be receiving new updates like the Coward's Way Out I brought up earlier, so I feel like that pretty much solidifies the fact that it will be staying around for at least a little while longer. We do, however, know that Ambush 2.0 is on deck and has been planned for release since its original target date of April 9th, which was obviously not met, so Ambush 2.0, alongside a handful of other new game modes, will also probably be coming in the near future, but as for what might change in this next upcoming update, I would place my money on Ambush returning in its new and improved form. And with that said, that does effectively wrap things up for today. Of course, out of everything we did end up discussing, let me know down in the comments below which update in particular you are the most excited about. If you guys enjoyed the video, definitely drop a like on it, give it a big old thumbs up, it would be much appreciated. And if you are brand new here to the channel and you do want to stay up to date with everything Black Ops 4 related, feel free to subscribe with your post notifications turned on, that way you'll always know when a new video goes live. Once again, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.